hawktalk19, find your groove. Today I just want to talk a little bit about, kind of getting ready for this new year coming up. I hope everybody had happy holidays, certainly if you celebrated them. We got the tree up here, one more week probably, and then no more tree, sad face. But anyway, I wanted to talk about, finding what your groove is. Now, this could be something that's different than, for every different person. Obviously, my groove, if you will, or something that, finding my purpose, whatever the case is, in a good spot where I'm, energetic, I'm happy, I want to go to work, I want to wake up in the morning, I want to stay, up late at night, whatever the case is. Finding your groove to me is when you're in kind of a sweet spot where you're, somewhat comfortable, but you're pushing yourself a little bit to the limit, and all that hard work and all that effort, although it may not be seen all the time, you might have, some things that you have to do. Well, you will have some things you're going to have to do when no one's looking. And I think that that's a testament to somebody's true character is, if your boss is watching you clean the table, you'll probably clean it really well. If nobody is there, if no one's in the office, and you're cleaning the table, you're still going to do the same type of job. Or you're going to leave it, kind of half-ass and whatever, it doesn't really matter, it's not my table. So, I think that those are the kind of things that I'm talking about. Finding your groove where you have some kind of stake in whatever you're doing, some kind of purpose. I think that that's one of the big things that nowadays a lot of people are struggling to kind of figure out, and are kind of just wafting through life without really any kind of real purpose, or trying to figure out what they were meant to do. I believe that, personally, I believe that we were all, have strengths and weaknesses, and there's certain things that we were meant to do, and the only way, in my opinion, in my experience, is you're going to have to gamble a little bit to kind of figure out, is that what you want to do, or is that something that's very interesting? So, for me, I don't claim to be, Les Brown or any of these huge big wigs. They actually helped me out a lot. And the reason why I wanted to start this is because instead of saying, wow, they're so lucky, I started thinking, why can't I do that? So here we are, Hawk Talk 19 weeks later, and it's a lot of fun. And I hope that it helps you guys out. Another experience for me was, was this last competition I did. Previously to that, I've always been in the gym. I played sports. Love being active for sure, but it was never something that was, 1,000% all in. It was, today was 90%, tomorrow 70%, the next day was 100%, whatever the case is. But there was no end game, I guess you could say. Now, I'm pretty good at tricking myself into thinking that, this next set of bench press is very necessary, and we have to do the best that we can. We have to go all out. I'm pretty good at that, but having an end date for, a competition, or a quota, or, wanting to get married, or wanting to make $100,000, whatever the case is, putting an end date on that, at least for me, helped me to realize, okay, we are starting to procrastinate now, we have to do some work. Procrastination is another thing too that, obviously I struggle with. And it's one of those things where, I feel like I do my best work when it's the last second and I have to perform. Some other people are really good at, planning ahead and so forth. But, to each his own, and you kind of have to figure out how to balance that, if you will. Being a procrastinator, if that works best for you, getting things done but being kind of in a rush and chaos, if you will. Or if you want to be, you're really analytical and you kind of like to plan things out and so forth. That's kind of what I'm talking about here. But either person should still have an end goal. They should still have certain things that they're checking off their to-do list, if you will. So find your groove. I think there's a couple different things that you could do to kind of get into your sweet spot, if you will. Number one, figure it out. What do you want to do? Ponder. Let your mind wander and think about what it is that you want to get out of this life, right? Because we only have one. Number two, come up with a plan, an actual plan where you put it on paper. If you're doing, trying to get in shape, make sure that you write down all your food intake, your macros, and your workouts, what exercises you did, how many sets, how did you feel, all those different things. Keep catalog of all that and put some planning into what your purpose is. Number 3, obviously we need to execute, right? So there's going to be some slips, some falls, some head-on collisions, I'm sure. But you have to just kind of have the mindset of that's fine. You have to expect that to happen. Don't expect it to be this, escalator that goes effortlessly up. It's going to be ups and dips and falling down and right crosses, but you can handle it. I know you can. Number 4 is just simply never give up. So you have to come up with something that really means something to you, and that will kind of take care of the passion to never give up. I think that's one of the things too. We see a lot of people who don't necessarily put in 100% effort, and it's probably because they don't care. And if you don't care, it's really difficult to put that kind of effort in. So, hey, this next week, let's find our groove. Let's start thinking, let's start planning. 2017 is a huge year. We need to get this thing going immediately. Let's put in some more work. Let's hit those goals and figure out what our purpose is, and let's get in our groove. I am the Hawk.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to make it in life, you got to know your vitamin. You've got to know every no brings you a step closer to a yes. Anybody can stop because someone said no. But there's something in you, in your heart of hearts, that's saying, I'm not a quitter. There's something in you that says, I've got the will to do it. There's something in you that says, I'm going to find a way. People who could help you out and won't help you out because they know too much about you and they don't believe, they can't see this new you. Don't allow those negative naysayers, the people who are suffering from possibility blindness, to stop you. Detoxify your life. Let all the negative people in your life go. Can I change them? No. It's a full-time job changing yourself. You are not like everybody else. You can walk outside and find pigeons, but if you're looking for eagles, it's going to take you a minute. You are different. And as you think about your goals and dreams, your personal goals, your financial goals, and whatever that number is, I want you multiplied 100 times. And I want to warn you, don't ask yourself how you're going to do it. How is none of your business. I just want you to listen to me. You have something special. You have greatness within you. You have the ability to do more than anything you can ever begin to imagine. You have million-dollar ideas, billion-dollar ideas in you. There are people waiting to hear your voice. You have a vision of yourself doing more, achieving more, taking care of your family, making your mark, leaving a legacy. You were born to be successful. Is it easy? Of course it's not easy. It's challenging. It requires patience. It requires persistence. It requires a willingness to do whatever is required to create a new life for yourself.
Don't be afraid to close your eyes and dream, but then open your eyes and see. For a lot of people, the distance between their dreams and their reality is intimidating, and they get stuck. They get paralyzed, just like I was in that marathon. And the only way forward is to be real about what it's going to take for you to achieve those dreams. You have to be honest with yourself. You have to tell yourself the truth. You have to tell yourself the truth of what it's going to take for you to be successful. You cannot achieve success without failure.
That's why you are here. There's a voice in you that has said, I can do this. There's something in you, in your heart of hearts, that said, I'm not going to let anybody pull my strings. It said I'm going to control my own personal economy. It said I've got a dream I want to achieve. I want my children to have a choice of the kind of education that they want. That said I am the captain of my ship. That said I'm going to control my destiny, and whatever it takes, I'm willing to do the work. There was something in you that said, I've got to make this happen. There's something in you that said, there's a bigger life waiting for me, calling my name. There's something in you that says, I'm on my way to a greater life.
I want you to remember 3 things. Number 1, I want you to never be afraid to make a decision. Be decisive. Don't be afraid to fail. Be fearless. Number 2, I want you to remember the power of you. You gotta feel that power. You gotta believe in that power. You have that power, trust me. And last but not least, number 3, can't stop, won't stop.
The most important element is for you to be able to do this, to be able to establish, most importantly, where you really are in your life today. Where are you? And where do you really want to go? What's going to create this extraordinary life? And to look at it brand new. Because some of you right now, if you continue the direction you're going, are going to be successful and unfulfilled, unhappy, and stressed.